Welcome to Korea Economic Broadcasting's Global Signs. I'm Bruce Han. From Singapore, Mr. Simon Hopkins, CEO of Miltrust International, a wonderful friend to the show, will be joining us to provide his insights on the markets and the economy. Simon, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning, Bruce. 만나서 반갑습니다.
Thank you. Simon, I've been following your career for over 20 years, and you always seem to be far ahead of your competitors in terms of making outstanding investment decisions. Before discussing important secular themes, can you tell us what is going on in the markets right now?
But the reality is that we are in a deep hole at the moment. We've had an almighty shakeout in global equity markets. And our expectation is that problems will persist, but this will ultimately prove to be an ephemeral phenomenon, and markets will get back on track. So this could present a tremendous buying opportunity.
Now, since you were last on Global Signs, what have you been doing? And most importantly, what kind of investments have you been making?
So Bruce, as you know, the way we've approached investing is by trying to select long-term secular themes, what we consider to be the themes of our generation, frankly. We're invested into healthcare, for example, because healthcare is in a golden age. We're going through incredible shifts and changes in the way that we interface with health providers through digitization, through AI. The second area is agriculture and food production. And as you know, we've been involved in primary agriculture for some years. Now we're really focused on the technological drives, the science that is shifting the way we think about food production. And the third area we're really focused on is, of course, decarbonization.
Following the recent Fed rate hike, there are talks of a possible ECB rate hike in July. How will these rate hikes affect the global economy?
Well, that is the $100 million question. The question really is whether we're in a sustained period of inflation, Bruce, or whether this is an ephemeral phenomenon which will be driven by short-term issues, such as the war in Ukraine, the increase in the price of fuel globally, and the increase in the price of foodstuffs and grains, because of the role that Ukraine plays in the world in terms of grain production. And my personal view is that a lot of the inflation today is stagflation. We remain in a low growth environment, but we have short-term inflationary concerns which will work their way through the system. That's what I'm hoping, and that's what I still believe today.
What investment strategies should investors take in the face of such interest rate hikes?
Well, that again is a very challenging question. I would certainly be avoiding the bond market in this environment, because as interest rates go up, bond prices are disproportionately impacted. I think in terms of the equity market, we have already seen a very significant correction. And I would be revisiting the equity markets selectively. But I would also be looking for more conservative portfolios at long-term, asset-backed, interest-bearing investments. And I think it's time to return to some of the REITs. We particularly like the care home REITs. Care home REITs, which are delivering social care, is one area that has come out of the COVID crisis, which is going to remain a focus of governments. But I think also some of the commercial real estate REITs and logistics REITs, data centers, this kind of thing, will remain safe places to be invested.
Now, Simon, finally, what are the most interesting stocks and sectors for 2022?
There are two companies we like that have been hit quite hard recently. One in Korea is Samsung SDI, the battery maker, which still remains essential for the development of electric vehicles around the world. We also like a component company that's listed in Japan called WScope. That company is manufacturing the components that go into electric vehicles, electric batteries. So those are two recommendations in this current climate for you, Bruce.
Simon Hopkins, CEO of Miltrust International in Singapore, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Bruce, and good luck with the future. Ciao, Bruce.
Thank you very much. Today is our 102nd show and sadly, our last show. We started Global Science with Simon 101 episodes ago, and I think that it's most fitting to end with him for our last show. I want to thank not only Simon, but all our other wonderful guests over the past 2.5 years. I know that both the viewers and I have learned so much from their expertise and insights on the economy and markets. I also want to thank the senior management and staff at Korea Economic Broadcasting for providing this opportunity. I'll be moving back to the US to work as an Associate Director of Gift Giving at Haverford College. Haverford is an elite liberal arts college in the suburbs of Philadelphia. I know that we'll meet again someday. And until then, please be safe, healthy, happy, and vigilant. Thank you, everyone.